Hey, trying to shed some pounds? Well, I've got 4 foods that need to be on your grocery list, and they're not what you think. Come on. Chia seeds. These little guys are small, but they pack a punch, loaded with macronutrients, micronutrients, and of course, that all-important fatty acid, omega-3. There's no wonder these things are considered a superfood. Just 1 tablespoon of chia seeds provides you with 2 grams of protein and 4 grams of fiber that'll help keep you feeling satisfied. Alrighty, next up, one of my favorites, monk fruit sweetener. I love this. This sweetener has been around forever. The Buddhist monks were using this about 900 years ago. When you need to sweeten something up, don't reach for sugar or any of that artificial stuff. Go with this natural, no-calorie sweetener. Made from the juice of a monk fruit, is actually over 100 times sweeter than real sugar. However, it doesn't cause your blood sugar to spike, and that's a big weight loss win. Next up, nutritional yeast. Nutritional yeast is amazing. Just 2 teaspoons of fortified nutritional yeast contains 3 grams of protein and is packed with B vitamins. In fact, the same 2 teaspoons contains over 2 times your daily recommended dose of B6. And if you're looking to cut down on your fat or dairy intake, but still crave that cheesy topping to your soup or salad, give this stuff a shot. It is the best dairy alternative you can get. I absolutely love it. And you want that B6 because that B6 is going to give you energy. Just sprinkle it on your favorite foods. Oh, and a bonus tip, try it on popcorn. You can thank me later. Now, I have 1 more food for you. I wanted to tell you about the first 3 foods because I love them so much. However, the next food I'm about to reveal is what really did it for me when I needed to lose weight. And it's something I still eat every single day to keep me feeling younger, trimmer, and healthier in my 50s. So, stick around. What's the one thing you wish you could change about your health? Let me guess, you want to lose weight. And not only that, you need to lose weight because your clothes aren't fitting anymore. Your energy is depleted. You're not sleeping well, or worse yet, your doctor has told you you have to. I bet 3 out of 4 Americans would say they could drop some pounds. So you're not alone. But my research shows that there's a major problem with most weight loss plans. Did you know that government statistics reveal that almost 1/2 of U.S. adults tried and failed to lose weight within the last year? And according to the same survey, the most common methods people think work best for weight loss are exercising and eating less food.
I'm working out like crazy. I feel like I'm barely eating anything. I was always counting calories and fats, and the nights I would just cry. I don't even know what to do anymore.
I've tried several diets, Weight Watchers, keto. I've paid for trainers, the gym, getting up early in the morning, trying to get it going. I've even considered weight loss surgery.
Sound at all familiar? Well, take a look at Jada now. Just wait until you hear how she did it. More on that in a second. Now, even though I love success stories like Jada's, it's hard for me to ignore the fact that more than 2/3 of Americans are still considered overweight or obese. It makes sense when you take a look at the way Americans eat. What's wrong with what you're eating? Well, maybe nothing actually. You see, it's not necessarily what you're eating, it's how you're eating it. And there's one thing you're most likely missing from your plate. So how does losing up to 15 pounds and 3 inches in only a few weeks sound? Would you want to eat your way to weight loss if you could? The answer is definitely yes. That's why I'm revealing for free today my science-backed eating technique that can turn you into what I like to call a natural fat burner. All you have to do is sit back, relax, and soak it all in. I'm Dr. Kellyanne Petrucci, by the way, but you can call me Dr. Kellyanne. And if you've ever had a hard time losing weight, then you've come to the right place. Because my job is to help you drop those stubborn pounds and feel more energized than you ever have. In fact, I'm famously known for introducing the world to a weight loss power food backed by the most forward-thinking scientific research available. And I found so many clinical studies in medical journals supporting the weight loss and anti-wrinkle benefits of this one powerful food that I wrote a New York Times best-selling book about it. A book that became so popular, Good Morning America wanted to know all about my go-to slim down snack. It's so nourishing that it really does warm you down to your toes and you're not hungry. It fills you up, no calories, no carbohydrates. Next thing I knew, I was crisscrossing the country because everyone wanted in on my simple yet extremely effective snack hack and eating plan. I have seen changes that have been unbelievable. The weight just rips off. I couldn't believe what was happening. I started using it on patients. They couldn't believe what was happening. Here are the benefits that you're going to get. Better skin, you're going to become slimmer. And what I did was I tested it on so many people and the results were typical. And as a doctor, when you see typical transformations, it gets your attention. Believe me, this power food is like nothing else you've tried. I'm not talking about kale or cauliflower, kefir or kombucha. I mean, that stuff's great too. But none of those are going to give you results like these.
I lost 16 pounds in 3 weeks.
I lost 18 pounds as a result of it.
3 weeks into it, I have lost 7.5 pounds. You can absolutely see it in my face and in my body, and you feel it.
Of course, this power food did wonders for me too. I lost 15 pounds, 4 inches around my waist, and my wrinkles seemingly vanished into thin air. And it all happened in only 3 weeks. You heard me right. After just 21 days, this one power food can help take you from looking like this to this. It's the key to my smart eating technique that has even caught the attention of celebrities like Halle Berry, Shailene Woodley, and Selma Hayek. I eat this power food every day because it's loaded with 3 nutritional gold mines that clinical studies show will help you slim down, perk up, and live the longest, happiest life possible. And when you time everything just right, I can all but guarantee that this method will result in weight loss at any age. That's against natural law not to. You're really training your body to burn stored fat for fuel. That's the key. More on that in just a moment. Now, you may be wondering, how can she be so sure that this is going to work for me? Well, simple. It directly targets what you've been up against in the battle of the bulge. I call these things body bankrupters because they'll try to rob you of a healthy, fulfilled life by increasing your cravings, adding inches on your waist, and creating fine lines on your face. And if you're not vigilant, these body bankrupters will disrupt your sleep and wreck your immune system and pack on hidden fat. That's why I made sure this effortless approach will build you up, support your immune system, and flood your body with a waterfall of nutrients. Just like I told Robin Roberts on Good Morning America. Your body gets everything it needs, so it's not craving a lot. So there's not a lot of those cravings and crashes. As I always say, nutrients in, toxins out. Because when you fuel your body with the right nutrition, you're gonna see dramatic results, like Brittany.
My whole life I struggled with my weight. Then the man of my dreams proposed and I decided to go wedding dress shopping. I found a dress that I loved, but I didn't like how I looked. I had to make a change. I tried Dr. Kellyanne's method and I lost around 20 pounds and now down to a total of 40. All I can say is, thank you. I will use this method of healing and health for the rest of my life.
See, your success story can be just like Brittany's. You too can have that after picture. You know, it's time to take your life back. It's time to feel healthy again, young and sexy again. Trust me, I know what it feels like when you want to run for the hills instead of being in a photo, or how disappointing it is when you can't zip up your jeans. Although it's hard to talk about this very dark time in my life, it did lead to my pioneering discovery, so I'm very grateful for the lesson. I just turned 45. I had everything I ever wanted. I had become a respected doctor with a full nutritional practice. I was a New York Times best-selling author. I was lecturing around the country and appearing on all the morning programs. I had 2 healthy and happy sons, but privately, I was hitting a wall. You know the proverbial wall. Well, I smacked dead into it.
Here I was, standing on the clinic floor saying, why am I getting so tired? Why is my belly popping out? Why aren't my clothes fitting? Why is my hair getting thinner? Why has my skin lost its luster? What's going on? I called my medical colleagues and said, hey, what do you think is happening here? I got the same answer everywhere I went. Well, you're 40 now. You're a mother. What do you expect? But that wasn't good enough for me. Well, I dug in and started studying ancestral medicine to learn about how lifestyle, genetics, and what you eat affects your system. And I discovered certain foods, high-level power nutrition that works best for your mind, your body, and your soul. I mean, it was so straightforward and yet completely avant-garde. I started using this method myself, and within 2 weeks, I woke up for the first time in a year well rested. I said, holy cannoli, this is it. My skin started bouncing back. My lips felt fuller. My hair was thicker. And people told me that I looked younger and happier. And the pounds I had gained, they started melting off. I began recommending the secret weapon to my patients. And within weeks, I started seeing phenomenal results. I'm talking about reduced belly fat and bloating, firmer, radiant skin, and restored energy, or what I like to call tiger blood. And let me tell you, that's the kind of energy you want. I'll share this revolutionary formula that brought thousands of my patients and me back to life in a moment. Like Margie. She knocked it out of the park.
This is the first time I have ever lost this much weight without killing myself with exercise to get there. Other health improvements have included a glowing skin complexion, healthy, shiny hair, and beautiful, strong nails that grow quickly. I feel healthy, happy, and content.
Go, Margie. I'm so proud of all my patients, but I do need to warn you. Before I go any further, I must expose my top 3 body bankrupters. Remember, these bankrupters try to steal your thunder and drag you down. That's why I'm here to empower you and give you the tools to beat them to a pulp. Are you ready? Well, the first body bankrupter makes my blood boil. It honestly takes everything I have not to walk up to complete strangers and beg them to stop consuming this toxin. I call this the sugar demon. For years, diet experts told us to replace sugar with artificial sweeteners like aspartame, sucralose, and saccharin. You know, those pink, blue, and yellow packets? Think those zero-calorie artificial sugars are better for you? Well, think again. In fact, the more you eat or drink, the more fat your body creates and stores. So let me repeat that. Artificial sugars can actually make you gain more weight than real sugars. Not only that, they can destroy your gut. More on that in a moment. Well, how? Scientists create artificial sweeteners, not Mother Nature. And some of these synthetic substances are several 100,000 times sweeter than natural sugar. And that messes with your mind and causes an internal scramble because your body doesn't recognize these unnatural substances. It's like you're trying to defraud your body, and that has serious consequences. These sugar demons can disrupt your DNA and raise your blood sugar, putting you at high risk for diabetes and obesity. Unfortunately, artificial sugars are in everything from the obvious, like diet soda and sports drinks, to the surprising, like ketchup and toothpaste. But the reason they're my #1 body bankrupter is what they do to your gut. Most people, and even many doctors, don't fully appreciate that you need to have a rock-solid gut to be slim, happy, and healthy. I want you to close your eyes and picture this. You have a 25-foot tube curled up in your body. This massive area is your gut, and inside is your ultimate defense system, 100 trillion bacteria. These bugs are also known as your microbiome. It's like an internal garden with roses, sunflowers, lilies, and lavender. But there are also weeds and pests that vie for power. If these weeds and pests overrun the garden, your body breaks down and every part of you suffers, from your weight and skin to your mood and energy. Well, those nasty artificial sugars are the super fuel for weeds and pests. And before you know it, bam! The weeds and pests binge on these synthetic sugars and overrun your gut by strangling the flowers and poisoning the soil. Your gut becomes like an abandoned house invaded by nature. So when the sugar demon wrecks the delicate balance of your internal garden, it can't do the work for your body it desperately needs. So you're not digesting your food properly, you're not producing hormones efficiently, you're not burning fat effectively, you're not getting rid of those toxins, and most concerning, you may not be able to fight off illnesses because 80% of your immune system is in your gut. Yes, I said 80%. Mind blown, right? Well, unfortunately, the sugar demon doesn't stop there. As you continue to drink diet sodas and sugar-flavored coffees, the artificial sweeteners penetrate deeper and erode the lining of your gut wall. Once that lining breaks down, bacterial toxins leak into your bloodstream. Scientists call this leaky gut. And these toxins can ignite a wildfire throughout your body that can cause so many of your health problems, your weight gain, low energy, blue mood, and that's what ages you more than anything. Look, it's so critical to nourish your gut. Don't contaminate your microbiome with those sugar demons, because a healthy life starts with a healthy gut. And that's why I made sure my science-backed method is loaded with gut-healing nutrients that can protect your internal garden and extinguish that raging wildfire. It will also support your immune system and kickstart your weight loss in as little as a week. I'll give you all the details in a moment, but first let's talk about my second body bankrupter, the cortisol crook. This is really tough for me, but I've got to get this off my chest. When the world turned upside down in early 2020, fear grabbed me and wouldn't let go. My mind went on a roller coaster of panic, and my fight or flight hormone known as cortisol ran wild. Would my patients be okay? Would my family be okay? Would I be okay? How bad is this going to get? Maybe some of you can relate. You see, when your adrenal glands release cortisol into the bloodstream, this hormone now has access to your entire body. All your cells then absorb the cortisol, which is why stress affects everything: your mood, your digestion, your blood pressure, your memory, and your weight. Now, cortisol is helpful in short bursts. I mean, it's what gives you that boost of energy to run from or fight off danger. But when your cortisol gets stuck in the on position, it wreaks havoc on your body and can make you downright miserable. And that's precisely what happened to me. The cortisol crook pummeled me and stole my sleep. When I was finally able to fall asleep, I would wake up in a cold sweat with my mind racing and my heart beating out of my chest. And guess how Dr. Kellyanne reacted? I started eating. Boy, did I. My cravings were uncontrollable because that cortisol was in overdrive. Yep, things I rarely eat, I was shoveling into my mouth, and I gained weight. You see, cortisol increases your appetite and drives you to crave sugar and fats. As a result, you dive headfirst into that bowl of ice cream or poured popcorn like a squirrel. These so-called comfort foods give you a quick rush of feel-good chemicals, but that doesn't last, does it? No. High-fat, high-carb snacks fill you up for a hot second, and then you crash with feelings of shame and guilt. Ever been through that? The cortisol crook can be relentless, making you feel crazy, like you're on the hamster wheel of hell, but it's not your fault. Your body is trying to protect you, so much so, it takes all those extra calories, turns them into fat, and stores it right here deep in your belly as a backup source of fuel. This biological response is left over from the hunter-gatherer days when humans couldn't always find food in long winters so that they could live off of their fat stores. But in today's world, you don't need to live off of your fat. In fact, it's incredibly dangerous because this visceral fat accumulates around your abdominal organs, which has been linked to cardiovascular disease, type 2 diabetes, asthma, and dementia. And here's the really terrifying part. Even if you're at a healthy weight, you can accumulate lethal amounts of hidden fat. So you have to be careful and do everything you can to keep your cortisol and cravings in check. What helped me knock out the cortisol crook? Well, I turned fear into action by showing more gratitude and helping to serve patients as much as I could to stay healthy and well. I also got back on track and used my proven technique to crush my cravings, lose those quarantine pounds, and get that restorative sleep. As I started to feel better, my cortisol levels returned to a healthy level. I felt calmer and less fearful. I'll reveal the secret behind my mood makeover in just a minute. Now that you know about the sugar demon and the cortisol crook, it's time to divulge my last body bankrupter. I call it the blue light bandit. Did you know that looking at your phone for just 1 hour in the evening can break down your skin's protective outer barrier, leaving the surface of your face totally vulnerable to toxins and bacteria? Just 1 hour. You're probably wondering, how is this even possible? I mean, we've been told that cell phones and other smart devices are safe, right? Well, there's a dark side to this flickering artificial light, known as blue light. Before I issue my warning, I think we'd all agree life with screens is not changing anytime soon. Look, I love binge watching my favorite shows and checking out Instagram too, so I promise I'm not going to tell you you have to ditch your phone or quit social media. But I am going to share with you information big tech doesn't want you to know and how to best protect yourself. Here's the bottom line. The blue light from screens is so strong it can damage your DNA and degrade your collagen. Loss of collagen is the root of aging because when your collagen breaks down, the wrinkles and saggy skin set in. And those signs of aging don't want to leave. Think of your skin cells as healthy, bouncy balls. And as you age, your cells lose their bounce and get tired and flabby. As a result, your skin matrix becomes weak, which rapidly accelerates the formation of wrinkles, brown spots, redness, sagging skin, and puffy eyes. But don't worry. Thankfully, there's a science-backed way to plump up your skin. I'll fill you in on all the details shortly. Stay with me here a moment, because first, you must hear about the other dire consequence of blue light. Not only can blue light harm your skin and age you like wildfire, but it also can affect one of the most important things your body needs to stay slim, youthful, and healthy: sleep. Blue light messes with your melatonin, an essential hormone that helps you get a good night's rest. If you're not sleeping well, your mind, body, and skin can't restore and repair themselves. By throwing your biological clock out of whack, blue light makes it harder for you to fall asleep and stay asleep. One jaw-dropping study showed exposure to blue light caused people to wake up as many as 8 times during the night. No, thank you. That's why poor sleep can sabotage your weight loss goals. Big time. Consistent loss of Z's will pack on extra pounds and raise your risk of diabetes and heart disease. Another study with 1,600 adults found that people who slept 6 hours a night had more belly fat than those who slept for 9 hours. Additional research showed that those exposed to more bright light at night are hungrier and produce less insulin, making them fatter and increasing the risk for diabetes. So, if you want to see those numbers go down on the scale and stay down, if you want fewer wrinkles and firmer skin, you gotta get some good rest. Now you know why they call it beauty sleep. Even so, I'm not giving up my blue light devices, and you don't have to either. But I do recommend putting away your phone an hour before bed so you can power down your own system. I'm also going to give you a seamless way to protect you from the damage caused by blue light. My easy breezy method will tighten, tone, and give your skin that effervescent glow, and it's going to help you get a good snooze. This technique is so awesome, even the game show Jeopardy featured it. Yes, Jeopardy! What is? I'll tell you the answer in just a moment. When I told my patients about these body bankrupters, naturally, they were eager to avoid them. But what they really wanted to hear was, what can I do to blast the bloat, peel off the pounds, wipe out the wrinkles, and have tiger blood energy? It's simple. You just need the right tools in your toolbox, and I'm going to show you the hammer. Through extensive research, I uncovered 3 nutritional gold mines that will help you slim down, perk up, and live the longest, happiest life possible. They will heal your gut, support your immune system, and make you a lean, mean, fat-fighting machine, or what I like to call a natural fat burner. It all starts with high-powered clean protein. We're not just talking about a hunk of meat. Your body needs protein to enliven your cells, build muscle, repair joints, boost your metabolism, and crush your cravings. Remember how the stress hormone cortisol can spark endless hunger pains? Well, high-powered clean protein can free you from raiding the snack cabinet. Do you ever get that afternoon slump? Like you could take a nap, but you're too cranky? High-powered clean protein is going to revive you. It's going to satisfy your hunger pains and prevent the crash and those hangry fits. It can also help you eat less at dinner because it'll help keep you sustained for hours. Not only does high-powered clean protein kick your cravings to the curb, but it also keeps you strong and toned as you age. And it all comes down to building and maintaining muscle. This is so important because you naturally lose muscle and bone density as you age. And here's the great news. Protein is the building blocks of your muscles, so eating the right kind in the precise amount helps you strengthen and tone. No flipping tires or box jumps required. Protein also strengthens bones and joints because it increases absorption of calcium. As I'm sure you know, calcium is key to improving your bone density and decreasing the risks of fractures. So please, my friends, reboot your bones and strengthen your muscles with high-powered clean protein. It's one of my top defenses against aging. But that wasn't enough for my patients or me. I needed a protein that could also tackle lifeless skin and leaky gut. A protein that could repair and smooth out wrinkles, fine lines, and give you fuller cheeks. A protein that could heal the gut and restore the balance of your microbiome. Are you ready to hear my biggest anti-aging secret? It's my number 2 nutritional goldmine, high-potency hydrolyzed collagen. If you aren't familiar with collagen, well, you need to be, because it's the glue that holds your body together. 30% of your body's protein is collagen, and right now, you're losing it. Starting at age 25, you produce less and less every year. 1 to 2% less. As a result, your skin sags, your hair thins and loses its bounce and shine. Your fingernails become dry and brittle. Your joints ache more often, and your gut suffers. Looking and feeling 10 years older than you are does not have to be your destiny. In fact, All Answer shares age-old question. Yes, you can turn back time with the help of high-potency hydrolyzed collagen. It's like Spanx for your face. It lifts you up, it tightens and tones, and gives you that luminous glow. Those deflated skin cells I talked about earlier, well, collagen is going to plump them up. No needles required. Maybe you've heard about cosmetic companies adding collagen to their skincare lines. They claim it's anti-aging, but the truth is, it's a con. Most people don't know that collagen molecules are too big to be absorbed through the skin, which means those creams can't provide much in the way of results. You have to have it in the right form to experience lasting effects. Here's some other insider info about collagen. It has a secret weapon. When you cook it, collagen transforms into gelatin, and the benefits are next level. The gelatin I'm talking about is nothing like that bright yellow Jell-O salad that your Aunt Sue brought to Thanksgiving. This is a pure, direct from the source, the really good stuff. Gelatin is an essential gut-healing nutrient. Remember how I told you a healthy weight, a robust immune system, and a positive mood all come down to a rock-solid gut? Well, gelatin is one of the best repairing foods for your gut. Gelatin protects your stomach and intestines from those weeds and pests that cause leaky gut and other dangerous digestive issues. It soothes the gut like what aloe vera does for a sunburn. It heals and seals, nourishes and restores. Cook Collagen is the ultimate gift in self-care because if you want a healthy life, you must have a healthy gut. And the plan I'm going to get you started on today will do just that and so much more, but it requires one more critical amino acid. Don't worry, because the smart eating tactic I'm about to reveal will flood health-boosting, body-beautifying nutrients into your system without the hassle of keeping a food diary, weighing your portions, or any cooking whatsoever. I'm talking about my last nutritional goldmine, the anti-aging amino acid glycine. This mighty amino acid is in both gelatin and hydrolyzed collagen. Glycine is a genuine triple threat. Number 1, sleep boosting. Number 2, gut healing. And number 3, toxin fighting. By now you know I'm a huge advocate of getting beauty sleep, and glycine is the perfect natural antidote. Glycine works by helping you fall into a deeper sleep faster, and my patients agree. They tell me that they're less tired after using glycine and have more mental clarity the following day. I can also see dramatic improvements in my patient's skin because they're finally getting that beautiful restorative slumber so their skin can repair itself, plump up, fight off acne and other skin conditions. Glycine is also a wonder agent for extinguishing the wildfire that can spread around your body. As a researcher and a doctor with over 20 years of experience, I've helped tens of thousands of patients smother that fire with glycine. Because trust me, you won't hit those toned weight loss goals if your body is ablazing. Now, let me ask you a question. Ever have one too many? Ever overindulge on vacation margaritas or champagne at your best friend's wedding? Well, glycine is the building block of glutathione, one of the body's most potent detoxifying agents. This tiny but mighty amino acid helps your kidneys and liver remove all those damaging toxins from your body. Nutrients in, toxins out. The problem is when you're flooding your body with crap like artificial sugars and processed foods, your cells can become more like a swamp. You want your cells to flow like a river. Glycine cleans out your cells and transforms them from sluggish to supercharged. When you flush out those cells, your body will work for you and not against you. You'll finally look in the mirror and see a leaner, slimmer you. I remember when my patient Tina said to me, Dr. Kellyann, it's crazy, but I feel like my insides are getting cleaner and all of a sudden that stubborn weight that wouldn't come off, gone. Tina's body hit the compost button and activated her cells renewal. And here's the added bonus. When the pounds come off, you're not going to look stringy or flabby or what I like to call skinny fat because glycine helps you lose all of that stored fat and keep that fabulous muscle.
In fact, in a study of 15 people, 93% saw results in just 3 weeks, with 80% of them losing 6 pounds or more, as well as experiencing huge improvements in their digestion, their gut health, and their energy. 73% were amazed to find that not only were they feeling less bloated after their meals, but their skin had this restored glow about it. And 86% commented that their sleep had never been better. And that's what I knew. I knew I had to get this information out to the rest of the world so that way everyone could benefit from this truly revolutionary path to weight loss and finally start seeing the results they deserved. I began the process of not only perfecting my technique, but finding a way to make it accessible for anyone who wanted to try it right from their own homes. Now, even though it's simple, this massively powerful approach to weight loss has proven time and time again to be the best way to cut cravings and seal the gut, because this ancient breakthrough has already been doing all of that for centuries until it was virtually wiped clean from our modern American diets.
Now I'm bringing it back on the table, but in a way that's completely brand new and purposefully designed to enhance weight loss results like never before. I call it Liquid Gold because it contains 3 nutritional gold mines: high-powered protein, skin-tightening collagen, and anti-aging glycine. It saved my life. Now it can save yours. What am I talking about here? Well, it's bone broth. Bone broth is one of the most nutrient-rich power foods on the planet, and it's an absolute cravings crusher. Seriously, nothing fills you up, nourishes the body, and floods it with the right nutrients like authentic bone broth. And my simple recipe for bone broth that I'll share here in a moment is unlike anything you've ever tried before. It's easy, it's fast, and you can take it on the go. More on that in a moment, but make no mistake, bone broth is not a fad or the latest diet gimmick. It's one of the purest and oldest anti-aging foods on earth. The soup you see at the grocery store? Nothing like bone broth. This stuff is loaded with MSG, sodium, and a nasty chemical called BPA. That's why I'm such a huge advocate of natural, authentic bone broth. In fact, I literally wrote the book on it. The New York Times international bestseller, The Bone Broth Diet. And now hundreds of thousands of people are recapturing their sexy figures, radiant skin, and vibrant energy, one delicious sip at a time. With the success of my book and jaw-dropping transformations, the world took notice.
So happy you're here, Dr.
Okay.
Kellyanne Petrucci. This is all about how you can sip your way to weight loss.
I'm just sitting there hanging out with my dear friend, Kellyanne.
And here's my favorite part. It helps you become what I call a natural fat burner.
It's low calorie, no carbs, and full of nutrition. I even made Jeopardy!
Dr. Kellyanne says you shed pounds and wrinkles with this alliterative stock made from short ribs or a chicken carcass.
The bone broth revolution has also caught the attention of some people you might know. Actress Shailene Woodley appeared on The Late Show with David Letterman, saying that she drinks it every day for breakfast. Halle Berry shared with her 7 million Instagram followers that it's her secret weapon, helping her defy age and look and feel younger than her years. Kylie Jenner told Bazaar that she has 2 jars of it with lemon and lavender every single day. And reportedly, Selma Hayek says drinking it helps her avoid Botox.
So you talked to Selma Hayek?
Well, let's just say Selma knows about bone broth from a certain Italian woman out there. That's all I'm saying.
But this isn't just for movie stars. It's for everyone. I live and breathe this science-backed method. I drink 2 cups every single day, and that's a fact, Jack. No better way to start my morning and keep me fueled throughout the day. No better way to smooth out my wrinkles and keep me in the best shape of my life. Like me, hundreds of thousands following my bone broth diet also experienced incredible transformations.
With a total weight loss of 252 pounds, please welcome the new and improved Pam and Drew to the show.
Pam, you lost 40 pounds. Drew, you lost 212 pounds.
They actually were able to transform their bodies with the help of someone else, Dr. Kellyanne Petrucci.
I started to see results within a few days. I've lost somewhere between 20 and 30 pounds.
I was down 10 pounds the last time I checked. That's pretty awesome, considering I have not worked out one single time.
You know, I love hearing these amazing stories, and I can't wait to hear all about yours. So I'm going to let you in on a little secret. Now, I love making my own liquid gold, buying the bones and slow cooking them for up to 24 hours, but not everyone has the interest or the time. My patients wanted an easy, quick way to get that high-powered protein, age-defying collagen, and gut-healing glycine. So I scoured the market for the best pre-made bone broth, and I have to say, I was disappointed. Nothing. Just some imitations with low-quality bones, too much sodium, and too many carbs. I finally said, Kellyanne, you've been on a mission to help people since you were a child. Now it's time to step up and fly. And I came up with my own bone broth recipe in my own kitchen. Dr. Kellyanne's Bone Broth. It's made with high-quality bones, waist-slimming protein, and cell-quenching nutrients. Plus, It's also low in carbs, only 70 calories, and there's absolutely no added sugar. Did I mention that there's 15 grams of protein? That's more than 3 eggs, and it's all packed into a delicious and potent powder.
For me, it was a pleasure and a delight, and quite frankly, one of the easiest things I've ever attempted to improve my health.
You just sip on it throughout the day. It's delicious, and then you don't get hungry.
I love the bone broth. It's delicious. I'm enjoying my journey.
And just like Annette, you can enjoy the journey too. Remember that fairy dust I mentioned earlier? Well, once you get your cravings under control with bone broth, you'll be able to selectively, consciously enjoy some of your favorite fairy dust foods like chocolate cake or even pasta. That's another reason why I'm so in love with bone broth. It really is the map to get you back on track. And right from the first cup, you'll start to feel the difference. Tell him, Jada.
So when I did get the bone broth into my system, listen, let me tell you, not only did the weight reduce, but as you see, the skin has brightened up and cleared up. It changed my life. It changed my health.
Ready to change your life like Jada and thousands of others? I'm telling you, this is a new lease on life, and it's yours for the taking today. Now, I want you to know that I went to great lengths to find the absolute best, most premium ingredients for you, including 100% grass-fed hydrolyzed collagen. It's the form of collagen that allows your body to absorb and reap even more bone broth benefits, like stronger bones, better mobility, plumper, smoother skin, reduced hunger, and a rock-solid gut, which of course leads to a stronger, more efficient immune system and a slimmer waist. Rockstar health, I'll tell you, and it's yours for the taking. Now, since you've stayed with me this long, I'm going to give you an exclusive opportunity to try my bone broth today. This is your chance to 10x your weight loss routine, a chance to nourish your skin so that it can glow like the sky on the 4th of July, to help smooth out fine lines and wrinkles, to boost your confidence, to regulate your digestion, reduce discomfort, and start to banish belly bloat, and even protect yourself from photo-damaging UV rays and blue light. And it's not going to cost you anywhere near what a lot of my patients were spending on fancy gym memberships or expensive diet plans. Did you know pre-packaged meal deliveries can cost $400 a month? And personal trainers can run up to $200 an hour. Some of those things are great, and I love them too. But Pilates doesn't give you great skin, and juicing doesn't soothe the gut or blast belly fat. This is the first time ever that anything like this has ever been offered, and at a price tag that's not gonna break the bank. Based on my patients' successes, you're going to see the most transformative results drinking 2 cups a day for 3 weeks. So, when you order 3 weeks of my grass-fed hydrolyzed collagen bone broth through this presentation, you won't pay $400 or $300 or even $250. My team sourced the premium, natural ingredients from all over the country at record low costs, so I was able to get the price down to just $199. That's 42 packets for less than the cost of a coffee and a donut a day. Trust me, bone broth is a gazillion times healthier than that.
And because it's clear that you're committed to slimming down and determined to age with grace and beauty, and because I believe in bone broth so much, I just know you're going to love it too, I've come up with an exclusive discount to get 3 weeks of bone broth right now for only $178. That's 42 delicious bowls of bone broth. I'm so confident that this is going to turn your life around just like it did for me, that I also want to give you the opportunity to try it for 2 weeks for a real steal. This is your chance to get 2 weeks of bone broth for just $119. Yep, 28 luxurious cups of bone broth that will warm you from your nose to your toes. Now, you're going to shed the most weight during the 3 or 2 week plan, but I know that 2 cups a day for 1 week can help you kickstart weight loss, curb cravings, fire up energy, and invigorate your skin.
So I'm going to give you the chance to try 1 week of bone broth for just $60. But why not go all in and secure my absolute best deal? 3 weeks of bone broth for just $8 and some change a day, delivered right to your door. Your time is valuable, so I want to thank you so much for staying with me this long. That's why when you order today, I'm also going to send you an incredible thank you gift. I set this aside exclusively for people who view this video, and while you can purchase this on my website, it's free to you today. I'm talking about free access to my critically acclaimed, celebrity-backed digital bone broth diet e-course valued at $97. It contains a 44-part video series full of interactive online guides, cooking demos, inspirational emails, ebooks, and webinars on how adding intermittent fasting can supercharge your results.
This will help you take full advantage of everything my science-backed bone broth lifestyle has to offer. It'll also keep you connected with my thriving community of hundreds of thousands of fellow bone broth drinkers. So you'll never feel alone in this. We've got your back, and I mean that. My fantastic team will email you special links to this exclusive content within minutes of placing your order. However, there's just one teeny tiny thing I can't keep from you. Unfortunately, I don't have an endless supply of bone broth. My first supply was in such high demand that it sold out in just days. And my second batch, same thing. But don't worry, because I've secured an even bigger supply so that you can get your hands on my bone broth right now before I run out again. So go ahead and click the big Next Step button below to check our inventory and lock in this special price if it's still available. I know Julie, Ross, and Rhonda are so happy they did.
It was just shocking to watch just everything on me shrink. It's really just an incredible plan. It's something that works in your real life.
I lost 26 pounds in about 2.5 months and had to buy all new pants. I just had my annual physical. My back doesn't hurt and my knees and my hips don't hurt anymore.
Drinking bone broth changes your life. It makes you feel like you can live another 50 years, 100 years. I get emotional because it's life-changing. It's a lot. Thank you.
No, thank you, Julie, Ross, and Rhonda. You're the reason I do this. To lock in my exceptional introductory price, click the Next Step button to join the bone broth revolution, just like Patrice did.
I lost 16 pounds in 3 weeks. I could just dance right here in front of you. This bone broth diet has helped me tremendously, so I cannot thank Dr. Kellyanne enough. Just stick with it. That's the main thing, and that's what I plan to do.
As I've said, I drink at least 2 cups of bone broth every single day. It's the only way I can stay fit, wrinkle-free, energized, and young at heart. It's my secret weapon to aging in reverse. Now, speaking of aging, as the saying goes, a lady never reveals her age. But I did make a promise, so I'll tell you this. I'm older than 50 and much younger than 60. And I have bone broth to thank because it's as close to the fountain of youth as you can get. So just click the big Next Step button below to get your hands on some bone broth right now. You've literally got nothing to lose except for belly fat, wrinkles, saggy skin, and dark circles under your eyes. And oh, so much to gain. A flatter stomach, glowing skin, restored energy, smoother digestion, and a fast track to a whole new you. This really is your transport to transformation.
I'm getting a little emotional. So 178 to 150. That's huge. That's huge for me. The main thing that I love about this whole process, this journey, is I look how I feel. I feel how I look now. It's not me trying to hide behind anything. It is just, I'm more daring now to getting those jeans. Wearing some of those dresses. I definitely want to say just thank you again.
Look, your body needs this. Your body wants this. It wants to be healthy, fit, energized. It wants smoother, plumper skin. It wants to age in reverse. It's against natural law for you not to have that when you drink bone broth. And it's not magic inside these packets. It's nature and science working together in harmony. So what are you waiting for? Just click the big Next Step button below to get your own supply of bone broth right now.
I want you to visualize yourself 3 weeks from now and what your after photo will look like. You're gonna slide right into your favorite jeans again. And when someone pulls out their cell phone to snap a picture, you're gonna wanna be front and center instead of hiding. It's never too late, no matter what your age or your weight. Besides, you now have me and your team to help you through this with ease and grace. And my goal is 100% success. That's right, I came here to slay. Now it's time to get your life back. It's time to feel healthy, young, and sexy again. Know that you're worth it and fall in love with you. So here's to elevating you to the highest place you can go. Let's make this happen. You've got this. To continue, just click the big Next Step button below because I promise you'll be so glad you did.
It's great to hear somebody say, Jada, you look different. You looking good. Thank you. And then when they say, well, what you been doing? Well, I did the bone broth.
Dr. Kellyanne, I just want to thank you so very, very much for all that you are and all that you do. You've really changed my life.
So here's my big Italian kiss. Mwah! Love you all. Ciao bella.